What's up, guys? Coming at you again, episode 7. Got Shawnee today, the wild card. There's a little bit of wild card in the story, which is always good. So this could drag on, so I'm just gonna jump in. It might not. It might be a quick one. It might not be. I don't know. We'll see how much rambling I get in here. So, for Mikey's bachelor party, we had planned on going paintballing and then doing some stuff afterwards. I think the paintball was, at least in my mind, the highlight. And if you don't know, I will say that my wife actually was a near professional paintball player. Yeah, so she has all this equipment. She has literally, I want to say, about 8 to 12 bins of paintball equipment in our basement right now. We haven't gone in such a long time, pretty much since we had kids, only when we go, with you guys. But she was at one point, like, next level paintballer. And so she's got all this crazy stuff. So when it was time to go paintballing at Mikey's bachelor party, I think Shawnee, we got talking about it. And, he wanted to, like, practice a little bit before we actually went. So I was like, yeah, sure. Like, I'll go get some CO2 and we'll put them in the guns and we'll shoot them in my backyard. Why not? And so that's what we did, right? So one day, Shawnee comes over and we put the CO2 in the guns, and we got some extra paint that we had left over, and we put up a target. If you remember my house, we have that pond. Most of you guys come in the winter, so maybe you don't remember, but we have that pond, and it kind of backs into the forest area. So we set the target up on the willow tree, and we're just pumping this target with shot. And I remember at one point, we actually almost hit our neighbor. So he's got a little thing in the back. It's a pump for the lakes or the ponds. Basically, he pumps the water out back further, and so he was out. Apparently, we didn't even see him at all. He was back in the forest, trying to work on his pump. At the same time, we're lighting up the forest with a bunch of paintball shots, and me and Shawnee both didn't see him at all, and apparently we were not very aware of what was behind our target. And Amanda apparently was, because she saw it and was like, hey, like, I don't even know if Shawnee realized it, because I moved the target a little bit after that, or moved our position after that. It's like, dude, you almost hit our neighbor, which would have been pretty hilarious. He's an older guy. It would have been pretty hilarious if we actually did hit him. But so as we kind of progress through the day, we get to the point where Mr. Wildcard comes out and he says, okay, I think I got the shooting down, but I'm really curious, like, what I'm afraid of with this paintball is, like, I'm afraid this thing's gonna hurt. And I said, well, there's really only one way to find out if you think it's gonna hurt. So, oh yeah, what's that? It's like, go over there about 10 feet and I'll shoot you. And at first it was like, we'll laugh at that, and he's like, you know what, no, let's do that. Let's actually do that. So Amanda has these 2 pistols. They have these tiny little cartridges that come with them of CO2, and you get like 8 shots. They're pretty cool looking. And so we loaded up a pistol, and I had Shawnee march 10 feet. And to get him to do it, I was like, I'll do it too. So you could shoot me, and then I'll shoot you, or whichever the order was. And so it's like, alright, so we put the mask on, and, you cover yourself up. And let me tell you guys, I don't know how many of you have had a firearm pointed at your face and chest area before, knowing that at some point, even though it's a paintball, that it's going to get shot at you. Gotta say, it is terrifying. I talked about umpiring with nerves and playing baseball with nerves in this segments already, but having somebody point a gun at your chest is the scariest thing I think I've ever had happen to me before. Because at some point it's going to hit you. And so you know, I get shot. One of us gets shot in the leg. One of them gets shot in the chest. So, Shawnee, I'm curious. Did you have that same feeling of just like, this is almost real? It's almost scary real. Because that was ridiculous. But I think it helped because at the actual event, Shawnee was electric. Like, the guy was really good. And this seems like such a Shawnee sport. This is the guy that after our softball games will just like go to the skate park that's right next to the field and just like hang out, or he'll like know somebody who's over there somehow and he'll just go like start skating. You know, this guy is a super wild card, so like this seemed like a sport that was right up his alley. One side story from this that has more to do with Stevens is his bachelor party, and I remember at this event, I was on one team and he was on the other, and we both turned the corner at the exact same time, and I don't know what happened, but like I slipped and my hopper, the thing that holds all the balls, just like my gun exploded and everything like just went flying in the air, and we did not expect to see each other. You know, I went to shoot, he went to shoot, he got me in the thigh, in the leg. I think he thought he shot me in the balls, and I did have a cup on, but like from point blank from anywhere is super painful and stuff. And I've never seen Stevens like feel so bad before, which was kind of fun. Like, I was happy that it happened to me because I've been so many times. Like, it was not a big deal. Like, it wasn't. But like, I had never seen Stevens like feel bad like to that degree before, because it was like we were right next to each other. And so he felt so bad that, John, do you remember when you ran the gauntlet? John, you know, you probably were there actually. Stevens got an opportunity. They gave him the gun, and they put us in this little circle basically and said run around, and here's a full hopper's worth of bullets to shoot whoever you want. Is like the reverse gauntlet. And he had felt so bad about hitting me earlier in the game, which again, it was not that big of a deal, but I was grateful that he did this. Was we were another 10 feet from each other in this gauntlet where he had a gun and we didn't, and he actually didn't shoot me, and he had said something like, you know, I hit you enough or whatever. But that event was so much fun. And honestly, guys, this group, after COVID, I think paintball is open. I think we should probably think about doing this again at some point. So, Shawnee, you know, that was a wild card moment that sticks in my brain. Almost shooting the neighbor, shooting each other from not that far away, just for fun, just to know what it feels like. Great stuff. Hope you enjoy episode 7. Shawnee, the ultimate wild card. I used to be like you when I was your age. I guess I could say that forever, but when I was younger, I was a lot like you, and you remind me of you. No, you remind me of me? I don't know. You're like me, and I like it. We'll see you guys next time.